您好，我是光启社的社长马绍基，欢迎您收看这一周的教宗新闻罗马主场 Rome Report。在新闻的首先，我们来关心教宗方济各在7月份的祈祷意向为家庭。他特别提到，家庭正面对许多危险，生活节奏急促、压力等等。教宗说，教会必须鼓励家庭，与家庭同行，并且帮助家庭寻求方法，克服当前遇到的困难。
La familia tiene que ser protegida. Son muchos los peligros a los que están enfrentados. El ritmo de vida, el estrés. A veces los padres se olvidan de jugar con sus hijos. La iglesia tiene que animar y estar al lado de la familia, ayudándolas a descubrir caminos que le permitan superar todas las dificultades. Recemos para que las familias en el mundo de hoy sean acompañadas con amor, respeto y consejo, y de modo especial sean protegidas por los estados.
为了庆祝教宗方济各颁布愿祢受赞颂通谕5周年，梵蒂冈出版了一本新书，介绍教会机构倡导的许多措施，其中还特别呼吁投资尊重生命和大自然的计划。
To celebrate the 5th anniversary of the Laudato Si encyclical, the Vatican has published this book about some of the initiatives being spearheaded by Catholic institutions. For example, the Brazilian bishops are helping mothers, not only when the baby is born, but throughout pregnancy. The book also proposes doing more to fight food waste and water waste. It also mentions the John Paul II Foundation for the Sahel, which supports development projects to create jobs in the world's poorest places. In addition, the book calls for investing in projects that respect life and nature. The Vatican Secretary for Relations with States presented the book alongside a representative of the Vatican departments responsible for its publication.
Si è cercato di offrire al lettore.
We tried to give answers to the question that appears at the end of the encyclical, what must we do? We adapted to its focus, taking into account the wide range of situations, from the domestic economy's daily life to implications for the international community.
Necesitamos explicar.
We need to highlight practical ways to implement Laudato Si, the document journeying toward care for our common home 5 years since the Laudato Si intends to do just that. In many Catholic schools, help is given to many children, be it in preschool or elementary school. It's a way to see what they can do with small, concrete actions at home and in class.
Examples are the commitment of Caritas India and Caritas Asia, aimed at providing new knowledge and skills among small-scale farmers in order to avoid excessive use of fertilizers. The great work of Caritas Burkina Faso to ensure access to drinkable water for the locals.
A cominciare dal riciclo.
At the Vatican, we've pushed for initiatives including recycling, respecting green spaces, saving water and energy. We've bet on renewable energy sources and avoided greenhouse gas effects. We've gone for minimum atmospheric contamination by promoting electric transport and the use of environmentally friendly pesticides and fertilizers that respect the earth and its fruits. The document is called Journeying Toward Care for Our Common Home. It's a useful text proposing good ideas so Catholic and non-Catholic institutions can concretely implement what the Pope calls an integral ecology.
教宗方济各曾经在今年4月9号圣周四主的晚餐弥撒讲道时，特别为感染新冠肺炎而逝世的司铎们进行悼念。他当时请信众为60多位病逝的意大利司铎代祷，而根据媒体报道，意大利到7月份已经有超过120位的司铎感染病疫而死亡，其中高龄司铎是高危险的一群。
Ma non posso lasciar passare questa messa sin ricordare i sacerdoti.
On Holy Thursday, the Pope asked for prayers for the more than 60 priests who had then died in Italy due to COVID-19. According to journalist Francesco Ognibene from Avvenire, currently more than 120 have died. After doctors, they are the second most affected group from the pandemic in the country. Their advanced age made them a vulnerable group. However, Francesco Ognibene says these deaths are also proof that they were priests committed to their people. They became infected because they were among their parishioners, among their flock, and not separated from them. Although they were elderly, not all had retired. Father Quadri, 76, was known as the priest of migrants. In the last 18 years, he has been in charge of their pastoral care in Milan. Giovanni Mellis became a priest after his wife died. He was always very active in the parish, both before and after being ordained. He was 72 years old. Younger priests also died, such as Paolo Caminanti, 53, who was responsible for youth ministry in his diocese. Bergamo, in the north of Italy, was one of the areas hardest hit by the tragedy. The Pope donated €60,000 to hospitals and spoke to Bishop Francesco Beschi by phone.
Il Papa desiderava in maniera molto commossa farsi vicino a tutti noi.
Although pandemic numbers in Italy have drastically improved, the situation in March and April was dramatic. It was the country with the most deaths from the coronavirus in the world. The death of priests has shocked and continues to shock Italy's parishioners.
教宗方济各在6月20号首次在疫情大流行之后，特别公开接见来自意大利北部疫情最严重的伦巴底区的医护人员。教宗称许他们的慷慨，特别是展现了专业和希望的奇迹。教宗鼓励社会各阶层要学习他们的方表。
The Pope's first special audience after the pandemic was with medical staff in northern Italy, the area most hard hit by the coronavirus. It was a meeting of gratitude.
I pazienti hanno sentito spesso di avere accanto a sé degli angeli che li hanno aiutati a recuperare la salute e nello stesso tempo li hanno consolati, sostenuti e a volte accompagnati fino alle soglie dell'incontro finale con il Signore.
The Pope told them their generous work revealed a miracle of professionalism, generosity, and hope. He encouraged all of society to follow this path.
Per onorare la sofferenza dei malati e dei tanti defunti, soprattutto anziani, la cui esperienza di vita non va dimenticata, occorre costruire il domani. Esso richiede l'impegno, la forza e la dedizione di tutti.
Although it seems that Europe has survived the worst moment of the pandemic, Pope Francis asked Europeans not to lower their guard, but rather to respect all measures implemented to limit contagions as much as possible.
新冠肺炎疫情大流行期间，带来了全球性的人类危机。而在此时，许多社群之间团结互助的精神也产生了巨大回响。在美国纽约，有一批社区护理医生提供医护以外的服务，他们为社区供应食物，他们也开设了一条免费的热线电话，用不同的语言为移民提供支援，也为他们进行病毒测试。
The pandemic has generated huge gestures of solidarity. For example, in New York, these doctors, part of the Somos community care group, haven't limited themselves to treating patients. They've been looking for ways to help them with meals. They've set up a free hotline to offer support to immigrants in their own language, and they've been testing them for the coronavirus to get them back to their daily routines.
We're working with authorities. We have around 20,000 of these kits so they can be used on other people. It's completely free for our community.
Dr. Tayaj's organization has been coordinating with the more than 30 parishes in New York to reach out to people. Dr. Yamoris Peña has been working at one of them, St. Bridget.
Es un lugar en donde la comunidad...
It's a place to which the community feels it can come without any problems, where the community feels comfortable.
During the lockdown, these family physicians who've been treating 40,000 people daily for years sounded the alarm. They saw that the coronavirus was spreading, especially quickly among Latino and Asian communities.
They returned to their homes, those small apartments where you have 10 people sharing one bedroom and one bathroom, or 12 people sharing 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So everyone was infected.
Ramon Tayaj says he's been thinking about the piece of advice Pope Francis gave them some months ago, to put the person and his or her needs at the center.
I wasn't at the hospital waiting for seriously ill patients. We went out to the community. Now, this big health crisis is a human crisis. Yesterday, on top of the food we provided for 2 days, the 4-person meal, we gave out vegetables and fruit at a center with Chef Andres and Mark Anthony from World Center Kitchen and Maestro Care. With Somos, we provided around 3,000 meals. There were people lined up as early as 3 a.m.
Somos is a network of physicians serving at least 700,000 patients in New York. Many of the doctors are immigrants. Now they're helping patients return to their normal lives while respecting health and safety measures.
天主教会在圣母德序祷文当中强调呼求圣母的名号。这个祷文起源于罗雷托圣家朝圣地，历代教宗也会因应不同的历史时刻，添加多个呼求圣母的名号。最近教宗方济各新增了3个名号，它的意义是什么呢？带你一起来看。
Through the Litany of Loreto, the Catholic Church has highlighted the invocations to the Blessed Virgin Mary. This litany originated in the sanctuary of Loreto. Over the years, popes have added various invocations from different historical moments. For example, in 1917, amid the suffering caused by World War I, Pope Benedict XV added the invocation Queen of Peace. Pius XII added Queen Assumed into Heaven, in keeping with the dogma of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. John Paul II added Mother of the Church and Queen of Families.
Litanies
are prayers that emerge independently, with no connection to other prayers. Pope Leo XIII proposed them and signed a decree granting an indulgence to anyone who prays them at the end of the Rosary. However, litanies are a type of prayer we can say alone or as a community. Recently, Pope Francis added 3 new invocations with particularly relevant messages. Mater Misericordiae, Mother of Mercy. With this one, Pope Francis gives continuity to the message of the Jubilee year he convoked, even though this invocation dates back to medieval times and appears in the Salve Regina. Mater Spei, Mother of Hope. Father Corrado Maggioni explains that this invocation is relevant to the current pandemic. In these difficult times, we might face thoughts of despair, because despair comes in moments when we can't do more. Invoking Mary as Mother of Hope, we don't feel so desperate, because the Blessed Virgin Mary is our mother, and she remains close to us in desperate times. Solacum Migrantium, Comfort of Migrants. This 3rd invocation derives from one of the main focuses of Pope Francis's pontificate, defending the dignity of migrants and refugees. With it, he invites the faithful to be more aware of this drama.
La Santa Famiglia ha dovuto farsi.
The Holy Family was forced to migrate. They had to escape. They were persecuted, migrants. The Blessed Mother isn't far from those experiencing forced migration. With these 3 additions to the litany, Pope Francis is sending a message of hope, mercy, and nearness in front of current challenges, which he entrusts to the Blessed Mother.
感谢您收看这一周的教宗新闻罗马主场 Rome Report， 我是光启社的社长马绍阿基，我们下一周再会，祝福大家平安喜乐。
你嘛是从法国来的，你唔是出生伫咧台湾，为啥你想要做这个代志？爱台湾，耶，爱台湾。
法国籍台湾人，
法国籍台湾人，
所以来这已经足久啊。
我觉得就是必须每一个人都真的实际愿意接触去做，神父的东西，我说真的才有办法慢慢的实现。Oh my God！
光启社需要您的支持与赞助。可使用邮政划拨汇款，收款户名财团法人光启文教视听节目服务社，邮拨账号00035511。本节目由光启社媒体福传以爱还爱影音工程计划赞助播出。
2020年耶稣会士南怀仁传需要您的支持与赞助，请扫描影片中的 QR code 或电洽02-2771-2136转200。您的支持是我们继续前进的动力。